Have you ever had that moment when your body tries to tell you something, but you're not quite sure what it means? Maybe it's the stiffness in your knees that wasn't there last year. Maybe it's the restless nights that have become more frequent, or maybe it's just this quiet, persistent feeling that something is off. If you're over 60, these little whispers from your body aren't random, they're warnings. Gentle, urgent messages that something needs to change. And the truth is, many of us are ignoring them. Not out of neglect, but because we were never told. No one taught us what to stop doing once we reach this stage of life. But doctors have. And they are urging millions of people over 60 to pay attention. Because the things we did without thinking at 40 or 50 may now be silently harming us, and it's time we talk about them. Let's start with something most people never think about: sitting. Not resting, not relaxing, but sitting for long hours day after day. It feels harmless, comfortable even. You sit to eat, to read, to watch TV, to scroll on your phone. But did you know that after 60, extended sitting is now considered one of the most dangerous habits you can have? Doctors are warning that it's as harmful as smoking, that your heart, your muscles, your bones, even your brain begin to suffer when you stay in the same position for hours at a time. You might think, but I go for a walk every morning. That's wonderful. But a 30-minute walk can't undo 10 hours of sitting. What your body needs now is movement throughout the day, gentle, consistent signals that tell your blood to flow, your joints to stay mobile, your muscles to stay alive. Because if you sit too long, your body starts to forget how to move. And when that happens, getting up becomes harder, slower, and eventually even dangerous. And there's something else. Something many people over 60 have started doing without realizing the impact. Skipping meals, especially breakfast. You might not feel hungry in the morning, or maybe you think you're eating less to control your weight. But here's what doctors are seeing. After 60, your body needs fuel clean, consistent nourishment to keep your organs functioning, your brain sharp, and your muscles strong. When you skip meals, you're not just running on empty. You're signaling your body to slow down, conserve energy, and store fat instead of using it. You're increasing your risk of blood sugar spikes, dizziness, confusion, and even falls. And the most heartbreaking part? Many older adults lose muscle mass rapidly after 60. And muscle isn't just about looking strong. It's about being able to stand, to carry things, to live independently. You don't lose strength because you get old. You get old because you lose strength. And that begins with nutrition. Doctors are also becoming increasingly vocal about sleep patterns. For many people over 60, sleep becomes more fragile, interrupted, shallow, unpredictable. And instead of protecting sleep, we often sabotage it. Watching television late into the night, scrolling on phones just before bed, drinking alcohol or caffeine too close to bedtime. These habits send mixed signals to your brain, disrupting melatonin and robbing you of the deep rest your body so desperately needs. Sleep is when your brain heals, your immune system recharges, your heart recovers. When sleep suffers, everything suffers. And many people assume it's just a part of aging. It's not. Poor sleep isn't normal. It's a signal. And with small changes, it can be restored, but now we need to go deeper. Because there's something even more dangerous than bad sleep, poor eating, or too much sitting. It's something doctors talk about with a quiet kind of urgency. It's loneliness, emotional isolation. The invisible habit that creeps in slowly and settles into our days without making a sound. After retirement, after kids move out, friends become busy or pass away. Loneliness doesn't just make you feel sad. It damages your health. It increases inflammation in your body. It weakens your immune system. It raises your risk of heart disease, memory loss, and even early death. One study compared chronic loneliness to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Think about that. And the worst part? Most people don't talk about it. They just live with it, quietly, painfully, alone. But you don't have to. and you shouldn't. Let me pause here. Not to end the conversation, but to make space for what comes next. 'Cause we're just beginning. Started to uncover the things doctors wish you would stop doing after 60, but now, think the next part will go even further. Not only what to avoid, but what to start embracing practices that breathe life back into your days, movement into your body, and joy into your years. Now that we've uncovered some of the silent habits that doctors are warning against, let's take a deeper look, not just at what to avoid, but at what we can embrace. Because awareness is only the first step. The real transformation begins when you decide to take action. And sometimes the smallest changes carry the biggest impact. So let's talk about the things you may still be doing, maybe without realizing it, that are quietly stealing your strength, your peace, and your independence. And then let's talk about what you can do instead. Let's begin with stress. Not the kind that screams or shows up as a breakdown. The quiet stress. The one you carry in your shoulders, your chest, your thoughts. The stress of worrying about your future. The weight of regrets. The pressure to remain strong when you feel tired. After 60, your body doesn't handle stress the way it used to. Cortisol, your stress hormone, stays elevated longer. Your body takes more time to return to calm. And over time, that stress can cause inflammation in your joints, tension in your muscles, even disruption in your memory and digestion. Doctors are warning that unmanaged stress is one of the biggest hidden risks for chronic disease in older adults. And the cruel part, you've probably spent a lifetime caring for others, carrying responsibilities, holding things together. But now you deserve to feel light, to breathe deeply, to choose peace. And that means learning to let go of stress that no longer belongs to you. Another hidden trap is the idea that slowing down is normal after 60. Yes, your body changes, your energy may shift. But slowing down too much, too fast, can be dangerous. Doctors say that one of the biggest mistakes older adults make is believing that they're too old to challenge themselves. So they stop taking long walks. They stop stretching. They stop dancing. They stop trying new things. But your body was designed for movement, for challenge, for growth. Muscles respond to resistance at any age. Balance can be improved. Flexibility can be regained. Even new neural connections can be formed in the brain. So stop telling yourself it's too late. Because every step you take today, every stretch, every breath of fresh air is a signal to your body. I am still here, still matter. I am not finished yet. Let's now address something even more sensitive. Over-medication. Many people over 60 are taking multiple prescriptions. Some are necessary, life-saving even. But studies show that many older adults are on medications they no longer need, or that interact poorly with each other. Doctors are warning about polypharmacy, the use of multiple medications without proper oversight. It can lead to dizziness, fatigue, confusion, and a cascade of side effects that are often mistaken for aging. But this is not aging. This is your body trying to cope, and you have every right to speak up. Ask questions. Review your medications with your doctor. Bring someone with you to your appointments. You deserve to feel clear, strong, and safe. And sometimes feeling better isn't about adding more, it's about taking less. Now let's return to the heart. Not the physical heart this time, but the emotional one. One of the most damaging beliefs people carry after 60 is that their story is no longer needed, that their wisdom isn't relevant, that they've had their moment and now it's time to quietly fade into the background. But let me tell you something, and hear this with your whole soul: you are not done. You carry stories that others need. You carry perspective that can guide generations. Your words still matter. Your smile still heals. Your voice still counts. And the world needs elders now more than ever. Doctors may not prescribe purpose, but the research is clear: people who feel a sense of meaning live longer, recover faster. and suffer less. And meaning can be found in simple things. In helping a neighbor, in writing your memories, in listening deeply to someone who feels lost, in loving again, even when you've been hurt, in waking up and deciding, once again, to live fully. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you did something for the first time? Something that brought you joy, that sparked curiosity, that reminded you of your own aliveness. Many people slip into routine. And routine can be comforting, but it can also numb us. Doctors are encouraging older adults to engage in activities that stimulate the brain and expand the heart. Learn a new language, try gardening, take up painting, join a walking group, play an instrument. It's not about becoming great at something. It's about staying connected to the fire inside of you. The fire that says, I still want to learn. I still want to grow. I still want to feel. And as we begin to close this part of the conversation, I want to remind you of something sacred. You are not a burden. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are living in a powerful chapter of life, one that can be filled with grace, strength, and beauty. But it starts with the choices you make every day. To stop doing what no longer serves you, and to start choosing what lights you up again. So take a breath. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the fear. Let go of the lie that it's too late, because we still have one more part of this journey together. And in the next section, we will speak directly to the habits and mindsets that build not just health, but hope. We will move from warning to wisdom, from survival to thriving. You've made it this far in the conversation, and that tells me something about you. It tells me you care. It tells me you're willing to listen, not just to my voice, but to that deeper voice inside of you. The one that's been quietly nudging you, asking for something more. Not louder, not busier, not younger, but more alive, more present, more you. So now, in this final part of our journey together, I want to speak directly to your strength. Not the kind that lifts boxes or walks fast, but the kind that keeps showing up, that gets up every morning, even when your joints ache. That loves, even after heartbreak. That hopes, even after loss. That strength, the quiet, unwavering, sacred kind, is your greatest gift. And now, it's time to protect it. There's one more thing doctors are urging people over 60 to stop doing, ignoring their instincts. The older you get, the more attuned you become to your body, your emotions, and your spirit. But somewhere along the way, you may have started doubting yourself. Maybe a doctor dismissed your concerns. Maybe a loved one said, it's just in your head. And maybe you started believing it. But let me remind you, your body knows, your soul knows. That gut feeling, that inner whisper, that quiet no or yes that rises up in you, it's there for a reason. And if something doesn't feel right, speak up. If you feel drawn to something, explore it. If your heart says this matters, then trust that it does. After 60, your instincts are not weaker, they're wiser. You see, aging isn't just about survival. It's about shedding what no longer serves you and stepping into what truly nourishes you. And that means saying no more often. No to overextending yourself. No to unhealthy relationships. No to environments that drain your energy. No to fear, disguised as politeness. It also means saying yes. Yes to asking for help when you need it. Yes to telling your story. Yes to forgiving yourself. Yes to rest not because you're lazy, but because you're worthy of peace. Yes to change not because you're lost, but because you're evolving. Yes to joy not just as a memory, but as your birthright. I want to take a moment to speak to something I see in so many people over 60. The quiet grief that comes with change. Maybe your body doesn't move the way it used to. Maybe people you loved are no longer here. Maybe your reflection feels unfamiliar, and sometimes that grief isn't loud. It shows up in silence, in hesitation, In the moments when you almost try, almost believe, almost feel excited, then stop yourself. That is grief. But it does not mean you're broken. It means you've lived. It means you've loved. It means you've dared to care. And that is beautiful. And that is human. But you are still here. We're still breathing. And that means there is still something left for you to do. Someone to inspire, someone to comfort, something to enjoy, something to become. The fact that you're watching this now tells me you are not done. And I truly believe that. The next chapter of your life can be the most soulful, most authentic, most fulfilling yet. So what can you do today, right now? First, remember that everything we've talked about isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to empower you. When doctors say stop doing this, they're not trying to take something away from you. They're trying to give something back your freedom, your energy, your clarity, your spark. They're reminding you that your choices still matter. That every step, every meal, every laugh, every conversation can either add to your life or slowly take away from it. And you have the power to choose. Second, connect. Reach out to someone, a friend, a neighbor, a family member, or someone new. Share this video with them. Tell them what you're learning. Invite them on this journey, because health is not a solo act. Longevity is not built in isolation. It is built in community, in shared meals, shared walks, shared prayers, shared silence. Your heart wasn't meant to beat alone. It was meant to echo with others. And third, subscribe to the rhythm of life again. Not the frantic, noisy rhythm of the world, but the gentle, wise rhythm of nature, of stillness, of kindness. Wake up and stretch toward the window. Drink water before coffee. Breathe deeply before speaking. Walk slower and notice the sky. Bless your meals before you eat. Speak gently to yourself in the mirror. Make space for beauty. Make space for peace. Make space for new beginnings even now. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. You are in the perfect place to begin again. And I hope truly that you do. I hope you wake up tomorrow with a spark. I hope you try something new. I hope you rest when you need to and rise when you're ready. I hope you keep listening to your heart, to your body, to the wisdom within you. And if you're still with me right now, I want to thank you. Thank you for choosing to invest in yourself. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for not giving up. You are the reason I make these videos. You are the heartbeat of this channel. And you are a living, breathing example of what it means to age with grace, with courage, and with wisdom. So go live, go love, go laugh. Go cry if you need to. But most of all, go be the person you still are, the one this world still needs. And if this message spoke to you, I invite you to subscribe, to join our community, and to walk this path of longevity with us. 'Cause your story isn't over. It's just getting deeper. You are not just aging. You are becoming.